Hi, it's Carrie here. I'll give it a minute or so just to see if everything's coming up. Oh, I think I might need to pull the curtain. Sun has come out. Oh, that's a little better. Okay, let's get myself sorted out. See if we've got anything coming up. Ooh, might be, might not. I have a laptop off to the side. Oh, that's now decided it doesn't want to work. Fingers crossed it's working. Hang on. Up, I think we've got, yay, we've got something up there. Oh, and now I think it's frozen. Oh, good afternoon, Kay. Thank you for joining me, sweetie. Oh, this Facebook Live lark is quite tricky. It's very different for me. I'm much more of a people person. Hi, Andrea. Okay, and breathe and stay calm. Be calm. Yeah. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Carrie and I'm one half of Two Big Girls Crafting. We're both independent Stampin' Up demonstrators here in the UK, and we are absolutely passionate about crafting in all ways, shapes and form, particularly using Stampin' Up products. Hi Kathy! Which we adore. Which is why we've been demonstrators for over 12 years now. So there must be something good because we've stuck around a long time. And one of those good things about Stampin' Up that I really like is that twice a year now, up to now it's only been once a year, but now we're into twice a year, they hold an event called Sale-A-Bration, which is where they will give you free goodies for a qualifying purchase. Here in the UK, that's £45 or £90. I did show you the catalogue a little bit last week, and I'm going to show it to you again, but this week I'm going to be using one of the £90 choices that you have. So if you spend £90, you can choose the stamp set that I'm going to be showing you. And I'd also like to talk about two other things that are going on. Hi Rebecca from Bradford. Oh, first time. Good girl. Demo. Like to see the demo. Do you like being a Stampin' Up demo? Have you been a demo for long? I don't know you. Sorry, get sidetracked by the messages that are picking up because I can actually see them while I've got the camera this way around. So where was we? Oh yes, we were talking about the Sale-A-Bration. Sale-A-Bration runs from now until the 30th of September, my mummy's birthday. And there are a variety of options. There's stamps and there's dies and there's patterned paper. And there's the most gorgeous, it's called Bedazzled, beautiful sparkly stuff. But I'm going to be concentrating on a stamp set called Delicate Dahlias. I'm just going to check that because I keep getting it wrong. Yes, it is Delicate Dahlias. And when I first saw it in the catalogue, I wasn't that. But I've been playing with it for over a week now and it's fabulous. I totally recommend it. I think it's a great set. I think it's also a great set for a new beginner, new crafter. Oh, Rebecca, 7 years. I know Julie Kettle well. Stampin' Up is a family. In fact, that Rebecca has brought out to me something that I was also going to mention. One of the other wonderful things about Sale-A-Bration is, during Sale-A-Bration, there's always a joining offer. Hi, Lynn from Kent. Nice to speak with you. Well, I'm not speaking with you. I'm talking at you and you're messaging me. So that's kind of a conversation. Anyway, signing up during Sale-A-Bration is a great time to join a great company and have lots and lots of fun. Jill and I, Two Big Girls Crafting, we have a little team and we are called the Larger Than Life Stampers, and we meet regularly. We have fun. We've just had a crafternoon tea where we had some bingo on Zoom and everybody got an afternoon tea in the post. So we do lots of fun things that aren't necessarily crafting. So we call ourselves a community. Because we are there to support each other, but not just with our stamping. We support each other as friends as well. Now, going to put the phone round the other way, so I'm sorry if I make you a little bit seasick, but I want to show you, first of all, the joining offer, which I will follow up with a post on the blog and the Facebook page and bits and pieces throughout the next few weeks, but also the stamp set that we're going to be playing with. Oh, Kathy, thank you so much. So stay with me, and hopefully it won't get too dizzying as I try and turn this around and get everybody set up. Oh, technology and I are not great friends, but even worse, engineering and I are very, very bad friends. Right, okay. I do believe I have you up the right way and that you can see the desk. And now, of course, the sun's gone in, so we're going to open the curtains and let a bit more light in. That's better. Sorry about the shadows. Anyway, this is our Sale-A-Bration catalogue. There's lots of goodies. This is the beautiful sparkly stuff. If you like a bit of dazzle, you're going to be bedazzling with this. There's also the beautiful Penguin Playmates, which is gorgeous and coordinates with Stamp and Punch, not dies, bundle. Then you've got the lovely Feels Like Home stamp set, the gorgeous, beautifully penned pattern paper that we used last week. Another paper set that coordinates called Peaceful Prints, that coordinates with a punch and a stamp set called Peaceful Deer. I'm hoping you can see all of this. Of course, there is the sheeps. I love a sheeps. They're very cute. My 2-year-old niece is very, very fond of Bar Black Sheep, so I had to make her birthday card recently, and of course, the sheep featured on that. But the nice thing about these sheep is they come with dies. So you can get the dies with a further purchase. Saves all that fussy cutting. Then we have a stamp set here called Textures and Frames, which is a little bit different in that it's not about a sentiment. It's not about adding a focal point. It's about creating texture in your projects. I'm going to have a play with this one soon, so I'll let you know what I came up with. Another die set here that's free with the £90 spend is called Summer Shadows dies, and it coordinates with the Summer Shadows shaded summer stamps in the annual catalogue. And finally, here is the stamp set we're going to play with today. It's called Delightful Dahlias, and it's proving to be very popular with myself. Okay, so the other items in here, our specials are, if you host a party and you have collective sales of over £275, you get this free stamp set. Now, I think this stamp set is fabulous. The sentiments are just great. Here's just one. Hope your day is fantabulous. Fabulous and fantastic all in one. Be who you were born to be. What a great phrase. That's a must-have, I think. And now, the final one, which is what I wanted to talk to you about, was the joining offer. When you join Stamping Up, your starter kit is made up of products that you choose. And you get to choose £130 worth of products for a £99 price point. But during Sale-A-Bration, that is up until the 30th of September, you get to choose from a selection of bundles from the upcoming mini catalogue. They are Frosted Gingerbread, Christmas Season, Christmas to Remember, Whimsical Trees, Peaceful Deer, that coordinates with the papers in the catalogue, Sweet Little Stockings, Penguin Place, that one also coordinates with the pattern paper, Peaceful Cabin, Arctic Bears, Beauty of Tomorrow, Gorgeous Leaves and Nature's Harvests. I will be putting up some pictures and images of these bundles that you can receive free by joining, and more details about the joining offer in general. But enough of that for now. Let's get to what we really want to do, which is stamp. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about this stamp set. Delicate Dahlias. Or if you're American, I think they call it Dahlias. Sounds a bit posh, doesn't it? Dahlias. Anyway, I call it Dahlias. This stamp set has 2 stamp sets. In effect, they're photopolymer. Let me get a piece of white card. Can you see that? I'm hoping that that shows up. My stamp set is well used because I've been playing with it a lot. And the first lot are outline stamps. That is to say, they have no infill. They are just line art. Great. You can colour them in. You can use them on their own. Fabulous. And on the other side, you have this set, which I know is not going to show up very well because I've been using it with pink and red ink, so it doesn't show very well. But I promise you, it's wonderful because it has all the detail and all the interest you could want. And it makes colouring superfluous. Because what the magic is, you can put them together. Because that's outline stamp and this infill stamp work together to create beautiful images. So you've got 2 for 1 on here. You've also got some really sweet sayings. And one that we all struggle with, sending cards for those not so nice occasions. And I think sending heartfelt sympathy is a lovely sentiment, and it works beautifully with these images. It also has "Oh so happy for you, thank you kindly, and you inspire me." So it's got some nice sentiments in there too. So for my Make It Simple Monday, I kept it very simple. I've used single colours and white cardstock. I've chosen, I started off with this one and I really liked it. And I thought, I wonder would that work with a different colour? So I picked a different colour, and yes, it did. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to show you how I made this card. It's using the smaller flower, line and infill, and the small leaf. Sorry, I've lost the word. Can't remember what it was. The smaller leaf. I didn't use the leaf infill piece because I decided that I liked it with that little bit of white. I thought there was enough colour from the flowers. So, my question on the blog was, which do you prefer? The fresh freesia or the coastal cabana? The lilac or the turquoise? But now I'm going to get it even more confusing because I'm going to bring in another colour. This time, Misty Moonlight. Now, there aren't many flowers that colour, but you know what? The nice thing about being a crafter is you get to choose whatever you like. So, first of all, I'm going to cut myself some card bases. I'm going to cut it at 14.85. This is a whole piece of white, thick white cardstock, and I'm going to score at 10.5. And I'm going to do the other one as well because I think I have an idea for a card that came to me when I was looking at something else. So, 2 card bases from one piece of A4 cardstock. I'm going to fold my card base, line up my corners, grab my trusty bone folder, and there's my 1 card bank. And let's do the second one as well while we're here, because the cards, as they are simple stamping, don't take very long to create. Okay. So we have a card space. I have my acrylic blocks, which is what I'm going to pop my stamps on. So I am going to peel off, because these are photopolymer. They're really sticky, but they're also really good for seeing through. So you can line up nicely. And that's the beauty of this. Okay, let's put the stamps out the way for now. So I've got my 3 stamps. We'll worry about the sentiment in a bit. My ink pad. Now this is called Misty Moonlight. And it's a Stampin' Up! In colour. and it's a mid to dark blue. Not always one of my favourites, but I like the ink a lot. So, gentle tap. Shall I go right or shall I go left? I think I'm going to go here. So 1, 2, 3. So gentle tapping. 1, 2, 3. I don't have to clean because I'm not changing the colour of the ink. I am going to stamp off the edges. 1, 2, 3 to create a feeling of movement across the card. 1, 2, 3. And one over here. 1, 2, 3. And you know what? I'm going to pop one there too. 1, 2, 3. And another one there. 1, 2, 3. As you can see, I get a bit carried away sometimes. Down on that corner. 1, 2, 3. And I don't like this white space here, so I'm going to pop just a few little bits of the petals there. Okay, now that I'm happy with that, I could leave it like that because I think that looks really quite attractive. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this infill stamp and work out where it lines up. Now, these are not symmetrical, so you do have to work it out. So what I'm going to do is place it over the top and move it around until I find the right spot. I think that's it. That looks good to me. Okay, so I'm going to tap, tap, tap on there. But what I'm going to do, can you see the detail in that stamp now that I've put the ink on it? How beautiful is that? It's etched. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Fiona. It is gorgeous. But I'm actually going to stamp it on my grid paper, lift it off, half, and then I'm going to go back in with what I call a second generation inking. 1, 2, 3. So it's a lighter colour. Can you see that to that? Okay, so we're going to stamp, tap, stamp, off, position, stamp, 1, 2, 3. And we're going to keep repeating that. Now, you do have to be a bit patient, but do you know what? Can you see what I've done there? I've kind of missed, but I don't mind because I think it still looks lovely. So I'm going to keep going, hopefully staying within the lines, but if I don't, hey ho, not to worry. It's not life or death, it is only ink and paper. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Nearly finished. 1, 2, 3. Off. 1, 2, 3. And final one. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I have stamped the outlines. I've stamped the infill. And now I'm going to take this little tiny leaf on the outline stamp and I'm going to fill in the spaces. I'm going to make pairs of leaves for some of it, and some of it is going to be single. It really is up to you how you do it, but I quite like not having the infill on the stamp for this part because I think it makes it look a bit lighter, more airy. Does that make sense? Airy. And I've got my leaves going in all directions because, you know, leaves go in all directions. They are not static. They do not stay in one place. Oh, look, I missed a bit on there. What a shame. Hey ho. I'm quite happy with the way it looks. Nothing in this world is perfect. Let's see. Do I put a second one there? No, I'm going to put another one here, I think. Keep going until you're happy with the effect you have achieved. I'm going to stamp a little bit off there so that it just covers that white space, and I might do that along here as well to an angle, and I'm going to pop one here too. Does that look good? Are we happy with that? I do like this piece of grid paper that I've stamped on there. And that's given me an idea for my second card. So now we need to find the sentiment that we want to use. And I'm going to go with a sentiment that I think is just lovely. It says, "You inspire me." And I have to say that one of the best things about being part of a crafting community is the inspiration that you get. Everybody inspires everybody else, and it's wonderful. So I'm going to use my grid paper as always to line up my horizontal and my vertical, so that, should I put it there or there? There in the middle. How about here? Fingers crossed. 1, 2, 3. There. How simple was that? Super simple, and I think very attractive. I think that's a nice, clean, easy card. Nice and clean and simple for those who like the clean and simple card look. It's also nice and quick when you have to make a lot of cards. So you could use this style of card if you had to make invitations or lots of thank you cards for after a party or something. Hang on. Oh, I do apologise. Sorry about that, folks. My hay fever is a bit squiffy today. So, yes, as I was saying, I think this is a nice layout. It's easy. It's great for those who are just beginning because you get a wonderful effect, even though you've not been stamping very long. So we'll put that to one side. Now, look at this. Can you see this on there? I'm hoping you can. It looks really attractive. I love the layered look. So, we have a play. I have got with me the other two colours from the other cards. I think I'm going to have a play with these and the infill stamp and see if I can create something whilst we're talking. Just for a bit of fun. Not sure how it'll work. I'm not sure if it'll even work out. But I thought I'd give it a go. What colour should I start with? Eeny, meeny, miny. I think we're going to start with this is called Fresh Freesia. And it's a pretty lilac-y colour. And I'm going to stamp randomly across my card. I'm not being precious, I have just stamped. I'm going to stamp it off. I'm going to clean my stamp. Now I use a stamping chamois. Isn't it looking grim? But it works. Other people use other things. I'm now going to take out my Coastal Cabana. I'm going to put that to one side. So I don't know if I need it yet. And I'm going to take this and I'm going to go like that. And I'm going to stamp slightly over some of them. So that I'm kind of creating, I don't know, to me it feels a bit textural. It's got a bit of depth. Yeah, I like that. Stamp off and clean. Now this is where it gets a bit problematic for me, is introducing a much darker colour into this light frame. But I'm going to go for it. I'm going to go there, 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 and here. Oh, do we need any more? Do we like that? We need something here, don't we? But I don't think I want to put the blue in there. But do I need another blue somewhere? No, I think I'm going to stop with the Midnight Muse. That was a very old Stampin' Up! Colour, Midnight Muse. This one is called Misty Moonlight. I think I'm going to go in with a touch of the Fresh Freesia there. And then clean that off as well. and maybe a touch more of Coastal Cabana. Yeah. What do we think? Do we like that? Now we have an option here. Oh, you like the purple too, do you, Fiona? Good choice. I have a question. Can you help me out, guys? Do we go landscape or do we go portrait? Now I've turned it, I can't decide which way round I like. Do I need to add a little bit more there? Do I leave it like that? Thank you, Mum. My mum's saying that she likes the colour choice. It's very pretty. Okay, so I'm closing my ink pads. If you're new to Stampin' Up, the ink pads are self-contained within their own cases, but the lids turn into the ink pad. So for storage, the ink pad is always up the right way round to get the most ink to the top of the pad. As you can see from here, mine's a bit messy, and that's because I use it to squeeze it to pick up ink for watercolouring with, which is great. They also come with lovely names. Most of them are alliterations as well, like Rich Razzleberry and Blackberry Bliss and Gorgeous Grape and Fresh Freesia and Misty Moonlight, which I'm going to use for my sentiment. Let me put that one away. I'm going to use the You Inspire Me sentiment again. But where am I going to do it? Rebecca likes landscape. Mum says portrait. Andrea said, oh, we're half and half now. Oh, come on, somebody else join in and say something. Landscape or portrait? Quick, quick. I'll give you a moment. Somebody say one or the other and that'll be the one. I'm trying to peek over the top of the camera. Kathleen, portrait. Okay, so it's portrait we're going. Sorry to those on team.
Somebody's just gone landscape.
Oh no! Portrait.
Portrait's one.
Portrait's
definitely one.
Portrait, I'm reliably informed, has won. So we're going portrait. Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to get my sentiment. I'm going to line up neatly against the grid paper. I use it for vertical and horizontal. And I'm going to put my sentiment here. You inspire me. Because, you know what? It's crafters like yourselves and my mum and my family that inspire me to do this. So, which do you like best? Do you like the single colour or the multiple colours? We have Misty Moonlight, we have Coastal Cabana, we have Fresh Freesia, and we also now have our multicolour one. I have to say, I like all of them. I think they look lovely. I'm quite chuffed with the way they turned out, and I'm very pleased to say they were super quick to make. They are what we call a SIP card, stamps, ink and paper, so they're very cost efficient, but it's using a stamp set that is gorgeous. So if you would like to purchase, if you're not a demo, if you would like to purchase items from Two Big Girls Crafting, we have an online shop. If you Google Carrie Buckham or Jill Moore, followed by Stampin' Up, you will find us, or you can go onto our blog at www.twobiggirlscrafting.blogspot, and you will find a button on the homepage that says shop, as well as I think there is one on the Facebook page as well, but I'm not 100% on that because there is, I'm told, there is one on the shop on the Facebook page as well, and you can shop with us there. If you have any interest in joining our wonderful team of, our wonderful community of crafters, larger than life stampers, we'd love to welcome you if you are in the UK if you are not in the UK, but in Austria, Germany, France, or the Netherlands, you can join us as well. If you're in the Americas or the South Pacific, you'll need to find a demonstrator there. But there are lots of us. We are a global company, and you will find inspiration by the bucket load. So that's it from me for this week. I hope you've enjoyed my little show and tell. I don't know quite what we call it. Oh yeah, Facebook Live. That's the name of the game. I'm getting nervous again. So, right. Once again, thank you for watching with me. And, oh, Rebecca, thank you. That's so kind of you. I'll see you next week. Take care. Have a good week. Bye-bye.